Hey, Celtics Nation! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Boston Celtics. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll always stay up to date and never miss out on any exclusive news. The rumor swirling around the NBA world is electrifying, and fans in Boston are already buzzing with anticipation as whispers grow louder about SOTTO potentially signing with the Boston Celtics. Picture this: a towering figure roaming the hardwood at TD Garden, blocking shots and controlling the boards like a man among boys. The chatter isn't just idle speculation. Sources close to the team hint that negotiations are intensifying and the excitement is palpable. Imagine Celtics fans lining up outside the arena just to catch a glimpse of what could be the most significant addition to their roster in years. SOTTO, standing at 7 feet 3 inches with an astounding wingspan, would not only provide a defensive presence that has been missing, but also inject hope into a squad that has sometimes struggled to dominate the paint consistently. The timing couldn't be more tantalizing, with the regular season approaching and Boston looking for ways to solidify its championship ambitions. Analysts are dissecting every move, every social media hint, and every subtle gesture, trying to decode whether this is reality or just another tantalizing NBA rumor. The energy around this potential signing is already creating waves, fueling endless debates about how SOTTO would fit into Boston's rotations and which veteran stars might welcome him with open arms on the court. The prospect of SOTTO donning the iconic green and white is setting off imaginations everywhere, with basketball enthusiasts crafting vivid scenarios of him asserting dominance in the paint. In TD Garden, the echoes of slam dunks and emphatic blocks could soon be accompanied by the unmistakable presence of a true 7-footer, something that Boston has long craved in its pursuit of a deeper playoff run. Reports suggest that the Celtics front office has been meticulously studying SOTTO's performances overseas, analyzing his timing, footwork, and rebounding instincts to ensure that he's not just a hype figure, but a real asset capable of transforming their defensive schemes. Social media feeds are exploding with fan-made graphics, mock highlights, and GIFs imagining SOTTO out-muscling rivals under the basket, generating anticipation that borders on frenzy. The discussions aren't limited to the fans alone. Former players and analysts are weighing in, debating how his presence could impact the Celtics' style of play and what adjustments head coach Joe Mazzulla might implement to maximize SOTTO's potential. The rumor, already potent, is feeding itself as insiders drop hints of contract negotiations, and the basketball world seems suspended in a delicate balance between hope and speculation, waiting for the official announcement that could finally turn this tantalizing possibility into an undeniable reality. Adding SOTTO to Boston's lineup could represent more than just a boost in defensive metrics. It might symbolize a shift in the team's identity and a renewed assertion of dominance in the Eastern Conference. The Celtics, historically known for their tall, agile defenders, will be embracing a new kind of intimidation under the rim, something that could alter opponents' strategies before a single whistle is blown. Rumors from those close to the negotiations suggest that SOTTO's arrival might come with expectations to immediately contest rebounds, protect the rim, and bring a physical presence that can change the tempo of the game. Analysts are dissecting every nuance of this potential signing, from spacing issues on offense to defensive rotations, and the speculation alone is already shaping narratives about Boston's championship chances. Fan forums are ablaze with debates, theories, and bold predictions about which lineups would synergize best with SOTTO on the floor. Every clip of his overseas highlights is being scrutinized frame by frame, imagining how his skill set translates to the NBA's speed and physicality. Even casual observers are drawn into the frenzy, contemplating a future where Boston's home games are defined by SOTTO's imposing silhouette under the basket, a presence that could intimidate even the most seasoned scorers, generating a mix of awe, excitement, and uncontainable hope among Celtic supporters everywhere. Insiders hint that SOTTO's potential arrival is not just about his height or defensive prowess. It's about timing, opportunity, and the strategic puzzle pieces aligning perfectly for Boston. The Celtics management reportedly sees in him a chance to solidify a front-court rotation that has occasionally lacked consistent rim protection, and whispers suggest that preliminary agreements could be imminent. Fans are buzzing, imagining SOTTO timing his jumps perfectly to snatch rebounds from opposing giants, altering the course of fast breaks, and providing a physical anchor in the paint that allows Boston's wings to roam more freely on defense. The narrative spreading around NBA circles suggests that coaches, teammates, and fans alike are preparing for a paradigm shift, a blend of youthful athleticism, technical skill, and imposing stature that could redefine how the Celtics approach both ends of the court. Speculation has fueled creative scenarios on social media, with videos, mock interviews, and highlight reels of SOTTO circulating rapidly, each iteration adding layers to the mythos of a player who could make a tangible difference immediately. The buzz is intense, reaching a fever pitch as insiders tease contract structures, potential rotation roles, and the strategic ripple effects across the Eastern Conference, feeding the imagination of basketball enthusiasts eager for a blockbuster edition that could tilt the scales in Boston's favor for seasons to come. Even as negotiations continue behind closed doors, the story of Kai SOTTO and Boston has taken on a life of its own, transcending mere rumor into an almost cinematic spectacle for fans. The concept of SOTTO asserting authority over rebounds in TD Garden is more than a tactical possibility. It's an image that evokes emotional reactions, discussions about team chemistry, and endless what-if scenarios across podcasts, streams, and fan forums. Sources suggest that SOTTO's potential contract, while still under wraps, is structured to reward immediate contributions, hinting at a readiness by both parties to commit to a mutually beneficial partnership. Analysts are projecting how he might integrate with Boston's guards, wings, and other big men, debating whether his skill set will unlock new offensive patterns or primarily serve as a defensive anchor. Meanwhile, Celtics fans have embraced the excitement, flooding social media with memes, predictions, and comparisons to past big men who have shaped the franchise's legacy. Every update, every subtle sign from SOTTO himself, is dissected, magnified, and theorized upon, creating a cycle of speculation that feeds itself. In the end, whether or not the signing is finalized imminently, the mere possibility has already sparked a narrative rich in drama, potential, and anticipation, transforming a single rumor into a saga that grips the imagination of basketball fans around the globe, all fixated on the promise of rebounding dominance at TD Garden. The sheer potential impact of Kai SOTTO joining the Celtics extends beyond on-court performance. It's a narrative that taps into hope, strategy, and long-term planning. The rumor suggests that his arrival could influence Boston's recruitment strategies, affecting trade considerations, draft priorities, and even marketing campaigns aimed at energizing the fan base. Imagining SOTTO anchoring the paint, timing blocks with precision, and battling for rebounds in every critical possession creates a vision of a team reinforced in both talent and identity. Conversations in analyst circles suggest that his integration could free up perimeter defenders, allowing Boston to press more aggressively and dictate the pace in ways previously unattainable without a true seven-footer in the rotation. Social media reflects this excitement, with fan polls, highlight edits, and tactical breakdowns circulating rapidly, fueling anticipation for what might be one of the most exciting developments in recent Celtics history. The rumor itself has become a lens through which fans and analysts alike explore broader questions: how Boston defines its team ethos, how young talent is nurtured, and how a single addition could potentially reshape the dynamics of an entire season. With every passing day, the story grows more vivid, more convincing, and more tantalizing, leaving basketball enthusiasts everywhere suspended in the thrilling uncertainty of whether Kai SOTTO will truly step onto the parquet of TD Garden and transform the Celtics into an even more formidable force. A vision that feels simultaneously plausible and almost cinematic in its potential grandeur. The ongoing speculation about Kai SOTTO joining the Boston Celtics has taken on a momentum of its own, evolving into a narrative that feels almost inevitable despite the lack of an official announcement. Every hint, every subtle report from insiders adds fuel to the fire, and the imagination of fans is running wild. Picture him patrolling the paint at TD Garden, timing rebounds with surgical precision, intimidating opponents with his sheer height and presence, and providing a level of defensive reliability the Celtics have long sought. Analysts are already theorizing about the cascading effects, the spacing on offense, the rotation adjustments, and the potential for more aggressive perimeter defense because SOTTO could handle the paint on his own. Fans are crafting elaborate scenarios in real time, debating how he might mesh with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the rest of the roster, predicting highlight plays, and imagining the psychological advantage a dominant 7-footer could provide. Social media is buzzing with mock-up jerseys, highlight compilations, and animated GIFs showing him snatching rebounds and altering shots, blurring the line between rumor and anticipation. The Celtics front office is reportedly confident in the discussions, and the intensity of the speculation itself has begun shaping narratives before any ink touches a contract, creating an atmosphere where hope and possibility feel indistinguishable, and every minor development sends waves through the basketball community eager to witness a potential transformation in Boston's interior game. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The excitement surrounding SOTTO's potential arrival isn't just about his physical attributes. It's about the strategic possibilities he brings to the Celtics. Sources close to the negotiations suggest that coaches are already envisioning lineups that capitalize on his defensive versatility and rebounding instincts. Imagine Boston's wings being freed to pressure the perimeter because SOTTO can anchor the paint, or fast breaks being initiated off his secure rebounds. Rumors indicate that SOTTO's mobility and skill set might even allow for unconventional offensive schemes, with pick and rolls, high post passes, and stretches beyond the arc becoming more feasible with him as a central figure. Analysts have been dissecting his overseas performances, projecting which aspects of his game will translate seamlessly and which will require adjustment, and the discussion alone has become a staple across podcasts, social media, and fan forums. Celtics enthusiasts are visualizing scenarios where his presence changes the psychological dynamics of the court. Opposing teams hesitating near the rim, double teams forming instinctively, and a sense of inevitability settling over Boston's home games. Even casual observers are drawn in, captivated by the narrative of a towering, agile, and skilled big man, potentially redefining the team's identity and reshaping expectations for the upcoming season, where every rebound could feel like a statement of dominance, and every block a symbolic declaration of the Celtics' renewed ambitions. Rumors hint that SOTTO's contract negotiations are moving faster than anticipated, suggesting both parties are motivated to finalize an agreement that could have immediate implications for Boston's competitive edge. Insiders suggest that the Celtics see SOTTO not merely as a developmental prospect, but as a player ready to make an instant impact in high-stakes games. Fans are speculating about how he would rotate with current big men, whether he would start or come off the bench, and which matchups would maximize his ability to control the boards. The discussion has evolved into a broader debate about Boston's long-term strategy, potential playoff advantages, and how an athletic, 7-foot presence could redefine the narrative surrounding the team's interior defense. Online communities are flooded with simulations, highlight edits, and mock analyses, reflecting both hope and skepticism in equal measure, as supporters imagine SOTTO outmuscling seasoned veterans in the paint. The rumor itself has taken on cultural significance, becoming a shared point of excitement and anticipation for Celtics fans, journalists, and NBA enthusiasts worldwide. Each small development is magnified, dissected, and broadcasted, creating a cycle where speculation drives imagination, which in turn fuels even more speculation, leaving the basketball world suspended in a state of eager expectation over whether the towering Filipino prospect will indeed materialize as a defining force for Boston's roster this season. Speculation around SOTTO's arrival has sparked creative discussions about the psychological and tactical effects on both Boston and their Eastern Conference rivals. Coaches and analysts theorize that his presence could fundamentally alter how opposing teams approach paint defense, spacing, and shot selection, while fans are envisioning matchups where SOTTO dominates rebounds, forces turnovers, and intimidates scores. Rumors indicate that Celtics leadership is considering ways to optimize his strengths while integrating him seamlessly into an already talented roster, highlighting the potential for strategic experimentation that could lead to groundbreaking rotations. Social media amplifies these speculations, with fan-made montages, animated scenarios, and statistical projections illustrating the possible transformations on both ends of the court. Every play, every potential matchup, and every hypothetical scenario is being analyzed, creating a sense of narrative anticipation that goes beyond mere basketball discussion into cultural and emotional engagement with the team's potential future. Even casual observers are captivated by the idea of a young, towering player redefining Boston's style of play, bringing renewed hope for dominance in rebounds, shot blocking, and interior presence. The story has become larger than the rumor itself, transforming into an almost mythic anticipation of a single player whose arrival could shift team identity, energize fans, and create a tangible aura of dominance at TD Garden, making each passing day feel like a prelude to a dramatic transformation in Boston's basketball landscape. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.